No, guys, Coach here just kind of showing some other jerseys I had. It's been a while. Last year I've had quite a bit of updates since I made my last jersey update video, so without further ado, I'll just show you what I got. Since the last video, I have a link in the description of all the junk that I've had. So, this one, pretty obvious, Kobe Bryant. I know the lighting is not exactly great, but obviously it's purple, not blue or dark blue looking like the camera shows. It's had its beatings, but uh, it works well. It's a screen printed, and nobody has screen printed jerseys anymore. Now Adidas has these replicas that are like 80, and I don't have that kind of money, so found something on the older side. And, it'll serve its purpose, even though the team is not going to do so well in the next 5 years. Now, even though UCLA has had a different jersey recently, they had like a Zubaz jersey. It had like sleeves and an ugly military striped zebra stripe design. This one was on a clearance rack in in Southern California. I recently was down there, and this was a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. So I took advantage of it. It's another screen printed one. It's blank on the back. Once again, it serves its purpose. It's got its blue, and this design is just never ending. It's evergreen, so love it. Now this one, Oregon State. This is another one that'll be good for mowing the lawn, just like the other one I've had. The Oregon State underwent a rebranding. If you didn't know, they got new uniforms. So these old ones were really nice on clearance rack for a real bargain price. So they couldn't pass it up. They got rid of the OS branding as well. So this is if you're familiar with James Rogers, this is supposed to be his jersey. Nike makes plenty of screen printed jerseys, but at least unlike the NFL ones, the sleeve is more comfortable. We got flexibility rather than how stiff cut the NFL ones are. So, Nike did something right somewhere, at least with making football jerseys. Just wish they would do that with the NFL. So decent. This one serves its purpose. Alright, this is a 2008-2007 style jersey. Adam Tafralis was on this team back in the day. James Jones, if you're a old-time Spartan, you know who that is. Or if you're a Packer fan, you better know who James Jones is. But this is the design they wore way back in the day. Took advantage of this when a friend of mine just happened to get rid of this one. He bought one of the more updated replicas they sell in the store. This is an older one, but yeah, it serves its purpose. As a alumni now, I should be enjoying this type of design, so I'll be wearing this when I go to games quite a bit. Now, this is an authentic on-field baseball jersey. This is probably the only authentic jersey I own, technically, because San Jose State was having their spring game this past year, and they sell old equipment that is either washed or still used that is still worth getting rid of, so the baseball team probably wore this in the late 2000s, early 2000s, but this is something authentic. It has a nice stretchy material made by Wilson. Definitely a good tribute to the WAC conference, who they're no longer part of. Forgot they're in the Mountain West. But I like the simplicity of the blue and the nice stretchy feel. Very comfortable, and on the back it's blank once again. And I'm pretty sure the players once wore this way back in the day, but it's blank, so definitely serves its purpose well. Now, this one obviously makes no sense anymore because this team no longer exists. The Atlanta Thrashers jersey here was on sale for like $25 on eBay because they don't exist. It's got a nice patch here. This is brand new when I bought it, so this was the road jersey. I know that the other one was ugly, that it was not symmetric, and it had like Atlanta on the shoulder. It made no sense. Typically, just like the Thrashers did, they were only one playoff year, so it's a legit premiere. Also, unique thing with this collar, it's very thick, like a belt. It's actually not very thin or very elastic. This is actually a very thick belt. That's what makes this one a little different. It's pretty cool when I walk around and then people don't know what this is or who this is. That's what I love about this one. Now, this is a Florida Panthers jersey from the early 90s. This was one of their first designs because the red is a little bit brighter. Also, this cat's a little bit a little off-colored. It's not as gold as you might view by the picture. It's more of a beige almost. But this one is very comfortable to wear when it's cold outside. I actually like the feel of this one. Maybe it's just because the Panthers had a nice identity with this design, but the current ones, thanks to Reebok, are a little odd. But the bright red really made it stand out. It's really unique, and I know people don't like the title Panthers too much, but it makes sense because the Florida Panther is obviously a species. So I thought it was pretty cool. Owning this one, it's pretty cool in public to, especially once again, this is a team nobody thinks of, and people ask me who this team is, so it's pretty fun to wear this one in public. Then I got the Montreal Canadiens. By the way, the previous Panthers one was made by Starter. This is a CCM, probably from the 90s somewhere. It's got the perfect color scheme. And of course the logo, the Habs de Montreal, the Habs, or hockey club, the Montreal Canadiens. This is always rated as one of the best jerseys in all of sports, and I agree. I mean, this is one of the best designs I've always liked, besides the home reds. Felt like I needed to have a home white, so I found a bargain eventually. After searching for a while, thing that's interesting is on here, it's like a screen printed color red, so it's actually, there's no line or sewing line in between. But yeah, this one's not exactly sewn on, it's more like glued on, this design. Still very nice, and couldn't pass up something with this design. Now, you might have seen me with my videos wearing this one on occasion. This is the CCM one made when Owen Nolan was on the team. I call this the Owen Nolan era jerseys. Right in the late 90s, Patrick Marleau, I think, wore these as a rookie. But yeah, this is the design that was pretty unique. It had its own identity. It's even got its own different design here, as you can see. These are not holes. It actually has some fabric underneath these holes. But this is a nicely glued on jersey, not sewn, or it's iron pressed. And I barely wear this one just because it's a little too big for me. That's the biggest problem about this one. But this one is very nice, and this was a Twitter prize I won thanks to... this actually happened during the lockout, so this was like the Sharks saying, "We're sorry for locking you out. Take this jersey," because I won some little contest that was like on Twitter. So it's very nice, but yeah, I don't exactly have a lot of space. This is a little too big for me. Alright, lastly in this list is a Sharks Premier jersey. I actually held out on getting one of these for a long time until I found a good price. Reason is because I hate the orange. I don't mind the orange part of the stick, but that should be it. That should be in the eye, maybe. But I do not like the orange scheme. Maybe it's because I'm just not a fan of the color orange. And also, I'd rather have the fin on the shoulders. That's the other flaw I've had with this design. Reason why I got this, though, it was only $24 on eBay when I was searching. Couldn't pass that up. So, you can see there. It's a legit Premier. It's interesting because the Sharks are rumored to get a new design. The Sharks store has not restocked this item, nor the teal one. Only the black Premiers are restocked. So that might be an indication, yeah, they're getting a new design, because right before February they said they were selling this one for a big discount price. They getting a new one? Maybe. We'll see.